Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the StarLadder ImbaTV Dota 2 Minor. Oh man, oh me, oh my. It is time for game number 3, an OG versus Alliance. Lacoste, we're here. They banned out the Ember, they banned out the Nature's Prophet. They said, you can't do it. No longer.
Yeah, good that they banned out Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit was causing a lot of issues in both of those games, and they didn't have a hero that deals well with Ember Spirit. He could do whatever he wants, goes in, goes out. Even though Dobson overextended a little bit, they managed to grab a couple of kills. But he buys so much time and gives a lot of vision in a team fight, and they can't lock him down properly. This is one of the reasons why this hero is going to be so popular.
Yeah. Another hero that's become more and more popular recently has been the Chaos Knight. It seems like across a lot of pub games, it's been all over the place. Pro games too, it's had a big resurgence. Obviously has a storied history with Alliance, with other previous players, and now trying to bring it back again here is going to be Alliance and most likely Mickey playing it. Although you can also play it in the support role. What do you think about this as a possible answer from Alliance, as a way to deal with OG?
For now, we don't see anything. Shadow Demon could be core, could be support. Nothing's yet revealed. Tiny. That's. I said that they're gonna need more aggressive lanes after the second series, where they try to dominate, play safer lanes so they don't lose all three with these three heroes. It looks okay right now. They have a lot of stuns, a lot of ways to control a fight, even if things are not going well. With a smoke rotation, you can come back into the game.
Okay, I can dig it. It is kind of interesting too, like the very quick draft so far from Alliance. It feels like they're maybe a little bit fired up, maybe a little bit upset about how the series is going so far. You can't really blame them, to be honest. But they take out the Magnus and the Pugna, all of these heroes that they've seen cause trouble and be OG staples. It does still leave open the Monkey King, and immediately drafting again. They are not using reserve time at all. Holy crap, Alliance. They're just doing it.
All right. Last rack. That's another stun. So basically they have 1, 2, 3 stuns right now, and they can set it up with Shadow Demon easily. I'm not sure why last track. They think Monkey King is gonna be mid. It's a bad matchup for Monkey, so I assume they're gonna put Troll on mid in this game, if it's slash mid.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that is something else to consider, is that if you're Alliance, you kind of have an idea of a lot of what OG is going to be played, because they've been playing the same things over and over and over again, and it feels like they knew that Monkey King was coming and they had that immediate answer and have a plan for how to deal with it, whether that's the lane matchup or whether that's like as a roaming pair with Shadow Demon, and that's how you find kills around the map. Who knows, but we'll see.
All right, I just wanted to say that they need a pipe carrier against this kind of a lineup. It's going to cripple them a lot. The only one who deals physical damage is CK. Depends what role Tiny's gonna play. If it's a support, he doesn't deal that much physical damage. Lashrock has Edict, but overall, one pipe is gonna do miracles against Alliance's lineup.
Okay. They ban out the Earth Spirit this time. Still not dipping into that reserve time at all. That extra little bit of catch. That's something to consider, is that in the previous games, you had this Ember Spirit that was a form of initiation before Blink Daggers. Now they don't really have that on OG. Probably the best thing that they would have is a Surge or a Monkey King Boundless Strike. So OG gonna look for some other form of initiation, maybe?
Oh, they could actually play, and I think that's what OG is gonna do, play Monkey King as 4 this game, put a Dark Seer, and just pick a mid hero for Dobson.
Okay. I like that idea. Maybe somebody that can make use of the Ion Shell being on him, or I guess maybe the Troll and the Monkey King are already good enough with that.
Yep.
There it is. You always know what you're talking about, Lacoste. Always. And
yeah, That's why I'm here. I'm not good looking. I'm not entertaining. I have a broken English. That's the only good thing I do.
You kind of smell funny, you know. You got
That's right. All right, enough.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Please forgive. Look at these guys, though. They're gonna hate running into Quaswex Invoker. What the hell?
Man, these here. This is a perfect Quaswex Invoker game. Like, if these heroes run out of mana, they're not gonna do anything.
And now they're using the time. Now they're using the time. Gotta figure out what they're gonna run last. It is nice to have the last pick here and be able to basically put pressure on OG the whole game to come up with something. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Anything really that spring out to you in mind while I go and open the door for my dog? Don't tell anybody. Shh. Shh.
Oh, it's tough. Invoker has a couple of bad matchups, but I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Lesh Tiny. Then it looked like they picked Lesh because they wanted it to be a core.
Okay.
And now they're stuck in a bad position. They still have 2 minutes to figure it out, minute and 15 now, because they were picking really fast.
Nobody DC'd, right? We're all good? Yeah, we're fine.
We're all good, yep.
Well, yeah, they're definitely thinking about it. I mean, what do they go for? That's another hero.
Right,
Doesn't like getting out of mana.
Well, I guess they're gonna try to punish this Invoker pick, Kanka, and if any of the heroes rotate, that could be a tough lane for Invoker. So I guess Jarex is gonna be the one reacting to those kinds of rotations with just a TP plus Boundless Strike and Invoker's Tornado. I think they can actually survive.
I mean, this does sort of, we think back again to True Sight in the way that the Kunkka matchup went against Invoker back in the day. Things haven't changed all that much, except that now Kunkka is even better at being able to kill off creeps in the laning stage. Deny's mechanics are pretty much exactly the same, though. So yeah, it should be able to kind of own, but there are ways to catch back up in this game, whether it's through stacking up camps and then Invoker being able to like put a couple points in Exort and just farm away, or what have you. But Sunstrike setups aren't really all over the place for OG. It feels like it does need to be that Quaswex.
He might get 1 or 2 points in Exort just for some extra damage, so he can last hit against Kunkka, and then switch to Quaswex.
Yeah. I could like that. You dig it. So potentially the last game of these European qualifiers, and OG 1 game away making it to the first minor.
Wait. It's Jarex Invoker. It's gonna be support Invoker because they switched because they thought Lash is gonna be mid, and they saw. All right, so Koikwa. Koikwa's playing Kanka. Lash. Mike is playing Lashrak and has 2 shared tangos.
Mind blown. What?
You high, Gabe? What?
What the fuck's happening? The hell? Are they high?
All right.
What are they doing? All right, well, we'll watch this. I'm losing
A lot of
my
mind games, though.
Yeah.
I guess that was the initial plan, and then they saw Kunkka last pick and decided to have Monkey King against him, but now they're gonna have Lash on mid.
Look at all of the tips for No Tail. Tipping Jarex. They're like, all right, Jarex, thanks for taking the bullet for me, man. What the hell? You know that I don't know what is going on in all chat. We got to find out some info about this later. I swear to God.
So EMP level 1, 100 mana burn.
Hey.
That's actually a lot.
Yeah. That's pretty nifty. So is he going to go Quaswex Invoker? What do you do on support Invoker? Teach me.
I think so. It's a support Quaswex Invoker with an urn.
Okay.
The battle begins.
Moving around at 290 movement speed. Easy. And, well, if they can make this work, I don't know. Oh, that's not what you're supposed to do. Give him the tip as he takes one tower shot. Oh, God.
All right, look what they're doing on the bottom lane. They're gonna kill the whole creep wave, and they're gonna dive Kanka, I think.
Yeah. We've seen this a couple of times, usually with Sven.
Yeah.
Oh, and now trying to take away his mana.
All right.
Just
Took his mana, zoning him out so he can't last hit. Seb's gonna have a time of his life on this bottom lane. Top lane is gonna be strong for Alliance.
Okay. Oh. Give him those punches. Tagging moves in. Yeah, very strange. And the mid matchup should hopefully be a little bit better, I guess. Mickey. Oh, taking some punches.
Tower is under attack.
And it looks like it is going to be that matchup that they wanted. So in the end, this ends up working out, I'd say, for Alliance pretty well as far as the laning stage goes. Pretty much everything you would have want. The toss, finding first blood. It's the Tiny.
Yeah. If Invoker gets level 2, there he is. He has Ghost Walk. No, he's swapped. EMP, Cold Snap.
Okay.
If Boundless Strike is ready, it's a guaranteed kill on Lash. He just needs to have lane in a good position.
Oh my god, he's going to get a courier snipe, I think. It's coming back. Does he realize it? Oh, it's too far away. All right.
Oh, thank God.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
No tail Chen again. We'll see what he ends up doing. Does not have to worry about the Enchantress in this one. Oh, they can go for another round here onto Mickey. Moving
Now
into
it's time to
tower. Cold snap. Did they get the EMP? No.
He had no mana. Actually, he had if he used the Mango.
Ah, affirmative. Mickey gives him the tip.
I'll take that.
Top lane. Banishment. Punches on the LTW. 2 second stun. Not bad. 2 stacks the Shadow Poison. Is only level 1 from Insania. And, well, he's going to get the heal to turn it back around now. Insania gets caught by the root. 4 stacks. He needs another one at the very least, and maybe more than that, actually. 5 stacks. It's still a lot of damage.
It's about those little things. You want to pop magic sticks while you have divine favor, so you heal more. Mid lane.
Dead. Tops and done. Invoker mid gonna find that kill onto the rotating Tiny. Not gonna get him though.
Support Invoker coming to your pubs. There's gonna be a guy who instantly turns on Dota after this game. Yeah, let me try this, and then gets 4 reports, actually 9 reports.
Is it bad that I thought about trying to play support Invoker? Like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, that doesn't sound that bad. Yeah, that would be great, I'm sure. Leshrac, mid lane. Punch, punch, needs another, is gonna have that disruption. They lose Jerax, actually. Dies to Mickey, and well, able to dodge away from some of that damage, but the Shadow Poison coming through, and OG gonna lose Mr. Thompson.
Oh, he just TP'd back, so it means he needs to walk back to a lane. I'm pretty sure it would have been better if they had Invoker mid against Lash, because Leshrac doesn't really threaten a kill on the Quaswex Invoker, and he just out-regen every time he uses a Lightning Storm, and have a Monkey King roam around, especially the bottom lane with the Dark Seer. If he gets Orb of Venom, that's a lot of potential kills.
Okay. Oh, okay. Arcane Rune. They really haven't been able to do much. It's a 2,000 gold lead early on here for Alliance, and they will be able to find a return kill here, finally, for OG. So, nice little pickup there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But top lane, all of the frickin' mud golems in the world ready to throw out the little hurl boulders at folk.
Yeah, the small ones are gone, and the big one already used his. Let's see how Dark Seer is doing. He's going back. This also means that Kanka is going to have a lot of farm because he's farming both lane and the side camp. He's going to grab 1 bounty rune for now.
Yeah, that's nice. Already level 6. Qualifier can definitely make some kills happen. Darkseer's not necessarily the easiest hero in the world to find the kill on, just because he's got some pretty high HP, but maybe with a rotation. Jerax has Tornado and Cold Snap. Do they find an opening here? Ooh, Boundless Strike. They move in. Tornado to try and interrupt, but the toss already finds the kill. And this support invoker is not working at all. Top
he's
lane?
gonna die. He has no boots. Lesh doesn't have boots, but Tiny does. Alright, that's a kill. Top lane, what's happening on top lane?
Looks like there's some more divine favor, pretty much. So, 2,000 gold lead early on here for Alliance.
Radiant's bottom
But
tower is under attack.
Is going to be creep cutting continually for Seb. He's going to try and get off to a hot start, and then they'll probably try and play around him, I would imagine, because he's the only one that's really having a pretty decent time. Do you think that it was a misclick picking Invoker for support? Like, you can't trade.
Yeah, because you can't swap anymore. Maybe
Yeah.
they, as I mentioned,
Radiant are scanning.
thought that Kanka's gonna be mid, but it'd still be a better choice if they just went with Invoker mid. Stun on a mid lane. There's no way they're saving him.
No.
It's gonna be a dead Chen as well. He has no boots.
Radiant's bottom
Caught there. Jerax also dies, so... Yep, all across the board, Alliance coming through here and making the plays that they need. They got the Wilder Reaper to try and slow down the push, but this is eventually going to be the tower down, I think.
No points in Edict. That's a kind of a classic build when you play a mid Lash, Wild Wing Ripper, trying to stop the push. Siege Creep is gonna deal some of the damage, and Kanka's having an easy game on bottom.
What's going to be his build, though? The safe lane Kunkka is a little bit bizarre. But I guess probably can just go for all the normal stuff. Maybe Shadow Blade, maybe Armlet, whatever.
Hammond's Halberd is gonna be boss item this game if he wants to grab it as a second item against the Monkey King, against the Troll. It just cripples both of these cores inside of OG. Another disruption setup.
Disruption, they aren't going to be able to interrupt that one afterwards. Do drain a lot of the mana, but immediately it's going to pop some sticks and they can walk away. And now Jerax in some trouble. They had an X, but not going to go for it.
Dire's middle tower is under
What do
attack.
you do at this point if you're OG? Because it feels like they have just completely lack any ability to do anything. So they get the deny on the top tower as well.
They're gonna need to play for a mid late game. Cores on their side scale well, but the problem is Alliance is gonna put a lot of pressures. Mid tower is gone. Thompson got the deny, which is a big chunk of gold taken away from Alliance.
Insania just moving in to try and get some of these wards down. No Tail will spot him. And bottom lane, they lose Jerax yet again. Do burn through all the mana on Taiga, though, so he won't have any toss here available. And oh, good torrent from Qualifier. That might have been the death of Taiga as he moves in closer. Yeah, you gotta be careful of this. I guess the plus side is that you will have the ability to dodge the boat if he pulls him back with Mischief a little bit.
I don't like this build on Quad too brace. But there's no real threat of him dying. He kind of invested a lot of gold in these two items.
Oh, thank God.
He's being more active though than in the previous game, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Definitely. Oh, Mickey, ready to go in again. They slow down Jerax, Tornado to try and interrupt, and well, they have the Defiant Favor to try and keep him alive. Ghost walk away, the magical damage almost enough to kill, but they jump in with everybody else. They do lose the Chen. Able to find a return kill now. The boat with the X not going to connect, and just like that, Seb will get a little bit of a chase on. They're going to surge forward Thompson on this Monkey King. See if they can slow down and possibly kill off Insania X. Torrent can come out yet again if they need to, but they don't pull him back in time, and they lose Insania because of it. Boxy moving in. CK has been able to do whatever he wants. The Boundless Strike to turn it around. An Alliance, one by one, running into their death. Quakefoot needs to be careful here as well. They have another X that gets thrown out. Does have mana there for the Torrent afterwards. They're able to connect there, and Seb moves back into position. They pop the ulti, immediately surges away. Thompson, Boundless Strike going to be back up in 3 seconds, but he's just going to jump out of there.
Yeah, everyone's really low on mana, and Jarek's recovering on bottom lane, level 5. Not the best level. I don't know if he bought the Dome for himself, or because Chen is level 5. He just needs levels on this hero. The problem is that the Alliance lineup is gonna fall off.
Thompson! Making mischief.
Did it dodge the stun?
Yeah.
Yep, he did. Yeah. I didn't see it, I just checked the cooldowns.
And again, you know, we talk about the fact that this is a really tough draft to execute, but the centerpiece of it is still going to be this Chen that keeps the momentum all around the map so consistently. Oh, Ghost Walk. Jarek spots out these heroes. They realize that he's on top of them. Can they punish? It looks like they're going to be able to, and yeah, OG just going to give up Jarek's for dead. But all those heroes rotate, and then Troll gets pulled over to mid by No Tail. Now he has the gold for the tome.
Thompson also managed to recover a little bit. He doesn't have that much CS, but he's involved in 5 out of 6 kills. He's gonna have that Echo Saber, which is gonna give him a lot more kill potential.
Yeah. And I guess that is something else to consider. As the levels start to stack up for the Invoker, he is going to become a force to be reckoned with. What we talked about earlier still sort of stands true, that all these heroes without mana don't do much on Alliance. Oh, Kong's command. Insania trying to run away. Thompson moving in. They find the kill. Do have the X, the boat. It's going to connect this time with the Torrent there. And it looks like they will be able to run down Thompson, so that's not the trade-off he wanted.
Yeah, look what Kanka's building. Radiance queued up.
Okay.
Mischance against these two heroes. I think it was Team Aster that bought Radiance on Kanka, but he was against BL.
Okay.
It was extremely effective. It still gives him damage on a Tidebringer, and considering how much time he spends in a fight because of the rum, it's a lot of damage from Radiance actually.
Top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
EMP takes away all of Boxy's mana there. And yeah, they are going to just back out. Gonna surge forward, the Hellbear Smasher, give him the clap, give him the punch, and well, gonna give Jarek's the kill. Much needed for this Invoker.
Yeah, and that's an earn charge as well.
Right.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So 13.5 minutes, 14-8. The last couple of minutes have looked like it's all going OG's way. Alliance, after the very early pressure that they had in the laning stage and sort of domination from there, have settled back and just kind of gone into farming mode, and now getting picked off a little bit, it feels like.
They need to put more pressure with these heroes, because they're not gonna win the late game with Kanka, CK, Leshrac.
Yeah.
Once they get the BKBs inside of OG, that's gonna mitigate a lot of damage. And Leshrac is building towards Bloodstone. Yikes.
Look at this damage on the tower too. Divine Favor. They have the Alpha Wolf nearby. Like, the tier 1 tower just dropped so quickly.
Oh, they're gonna find Thompson.
And the rest of them are here, though. The Boundless Strike comes down. He's off the tree, trying to live through this one. Hand of God comes out. Alliance, all grouped up together. They're in some trouble. The wall drops down. They're so slow. Tosses away the Leshrac, trying to save his life. The boat is going to connect there onto the Monkey King, but LTW has already found the kills that he needs. Now Jarek's moving in, seeing if he can find any type of disable. Has the Cold Snap onto Mickey with the Earn Charge, and the chase forward comes from Thompson. It's 14 minutes again, and they're inside the base. It's not a very spicy meatball as they walk away from it. And now the surge up, trying to get out of there. ILTW, the X. It's going to keep him caught here for the moment, but there isn't any follow-up. Quakevid doesn't have the mana. He doesn't have the spells left cooldown. TW runs back in, 4 stacks of the Shadow Poison, but Boxy might end up going down nonetheless. Torrent pulls back onto 1, misses off the mark. Affirmative, check runes, OG, they will dive your base no matter what happens.
Yeah, someone needs a TP bottom. Try to grab those 2 runes, and there it is. It's gonna be Darkseer, no mana for Surge. Boxy's gonna grab 1. It's gonna be 3 for 1. Well, this lineup is just gonna fall off on side of Alliance. They're not playing aggressive enough. Also, Lash with this Bloodstone build, he doesn't have any kind of sustain in a team fight. No Yule Scepter to keep himself alive, to cancel the Troll ulti, remove Jingu stack, Monkey King to set up his stuns, to dispel Surge.
Yeah. Oh, Quakevid decided to go back for the Shadow Blade instead.
They need damage right now.
Yeah. I guess that's true. And this is one nice way to at least keep the lanes pushed out. Oh, a little bit off the mark there. Gotta be careful.
Could have get it.
They do have the boat here onto Thompson. Does not hit there. A nice little dodge from Thompson. I think he was able to dodge the Torrent, and now Seb. Wall drop down, slowed up for the moment. Lots of damage on a no-tail there as well. But he's moving into position and already taking away all the mana from Insania, so no more spells after the ulti will be able to be used. Thompson does die up on his perch as a Deafening Blast comes out, pushing back a couple. And they, again, won't be able to find this full combination. X or Splitter a lot harder, but they do get the Chen. LTW, though, turns forward, and the body blocks from the catapults. Oh, man.
Oh, God. Plus, he has extra damage from Alpha Wolf. This is some weird-ass Dota, man. We're coming up from both teams.
I know, it's very strange.
EU strongest region confirmed.
Apparently. This is some wings stuff. This is really what it is.
Which team, though?
I mean, I don't know. Probably OG. Well, LTW moves into the pit and can possibly throw some alacrity on him if they want. They already have the Defiant Favor. Moving into position for this man who's going to hit oh so fast.
Alacrity, Divine Favor, 200 plus damage.
A little afraid, though. Roche down to half HP. Apparently they want to set up on a Boxy. He gets his armlet delivered, and they won't be able to make anything happen there.
Boxy is extremely farmed. He's level 12 right now. It means Phantasm is level 2 with armlet. That's going to be a lot of damage. But against Whirling Axis, if Troll stays alive, they use a Boundless Strike or just use Tornado on those illusions. It's not going to be that effective.
Thompson up on the high ground has Wukong's command. They spot out Boxy. They're all split up. Mickey is the only one over here by him, and Topsy turns it back around with that Wukong's command down. He's just left to the wolves. There's like 2 that are chasing up on the north side, and now Seb moves into position looking for the stomp. They find Quakeba, have the dust onto him, trying to bring down this Darkseer. If they kill off Seb, it could look kind of okay, and they do manage to control him. Rest of OG trying to back out now afterwards. LTW still chasing forward for a bit more. Out of mana, and there's the toss off to the side. Now Mickey, lots of damage out there as well, and LTW finding his food to eat up. Gobble gobble as Taiga is going to also be ran down. 3 dead for the cost of the Darkseer and the Invoker.
Yep. And back to Roche Pit. Darkseer has almost full pipe completed. Once he gets that, it's gonna mitigate a ton of the damage coming out from Alliance. It's just looking bad, even though it says less than 1k gold lead for OG. It's not looking good for Alliance right now.
Aegis on the Troll Warlord yet again. And this is something that we saw basically close out the game in the last one. But yeah, it's a tough one here now. 20-minute mark. Looks like it's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of OG. Boxy able to pick up one for himself. Ooh, the Ghost Walk cooldown. Look at that.
30 seconds Ghost Walk cooldown. He just used Meteor with 1 point in Exort. Doesn't do anything.
He was doing that earlier in the team fights too. He doesn't care. He's having a good time with it. Oh no. Boundless Strike. And soon to be a vacuum to pull this man back into position. They are looking for the Sunstrike. Not going to find it. That's an Invoke used, which is not necessarily what you want. A 1 second stun. Mickey's still living, but eventually does die. And now they pop the CK ultimate. Those illusions are dead instantly. And Boxy trying to run away, but rooted and killed. Taiga jumps forward. Avatos, Thompson still living. They throw out all of the mana away from Insania. This is going to be a dead Tiny. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. OG gets the job done.
And suddenly this game is all OG. And no possibility from Alliance to get back into this one.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is just looking rough. They picked a lineup to play aggressive, then they itemized completely differently.
Radiant's middle tower has
You have a
fallen.
Midas on a CK, you have Lash who's building a Bloodstone, you have Kanka who doesn't know what he wants to build. He has Radiant and decides to go for a Shadow Blade, doesn't even buy it when he had enough gold
Radiant's
to
middle tower has
put
fallen.
enough pressure on enemies so they can't farm that much, and suddenly it's just over. 6k network lead for OG. They didn't take any Raxes, but Roche
Dire are scanning.
may respawn in 6 minutes, it says.
Yeah. I mean, they still got the Aegis there for
yeah,
another 3
Aegis
then.
Still less than 3 minutes, which means that they could take Shrines and go for either set of Raxes or another tier 3s.
Alliance smoke up. And now immediately OG smoke up afterwards. Jerax finds Taiga, trying to throw out the tornado. It connects just barely onto Insania. Avalanche to interrupt. Looks like they don't feel the need to push the tempo too much harder. Just play it safe. Take the fights when they come to you.
Because they know lineup of Alliance is not gonna scale into late game. CK, even with this amount of farm, he's not doing anything because they don't have the frontliner.
The vacuum wall pulls him back in, and BKB out for Thompson, slowed down and killed off. They have the boat out, but it only connects onto 2, and really it's only tickling as 3 die again. And now up to high ground, and possibly a bit more, because guess what? They've got Divine Favor catapults that just rip through these buildings, and they wanted to throw some alacrity on them as well.
Yeah, they also have Alpha Wolf. Catapult deals
they're just going
150
for it.
damage with Vlad's, with Divine Favor and Alpha Wolf Aura.
They can smell it. OG wanting to go to the miner. They're going to interrupt there, catch out Quakeva. He can't get X back, pull into the fountain. Instead, is going to be a no man's land under control. No Tail with his eyes on the prize is going to take down these buildings as LTW also starts to focus them down. He still has the Aegis, even if they do manage to find that kill. Reality Rift, everything being used to toss back in from Thompson. He doesn't care at all. Buildings are dropping, and OG are going to be going to the miner as they stomp over the face of Alliance, doing it yet again for themselves.
Yeah, OG wanted to go to a miner really hard. They just wanted to be there so they can qualify for a major, huh?
If they play like this, they're going to. If they play like this, they're going to get top 8 at the major.
Radiant's ancient is
OG
under attack.
taking down this Ancient. Taiga jumps forward again, seeing if they can find some semblance of a couple of kills, but really it's Cardi that's the MVP the entire time. The last rocket fly, and OG are going to be going to the miner. Gratz is the call from Insania. Alliance, never give up, never surrender, but in the end, they did lose.
Yeah, I think there were some serious draft issues from Alliance, especially in Game 3, also concerning item builds with this kind of a lineup, also no synergy, but there is room to grow. I guess they're gonna learn from their mistakes. On the other side, we have OG. I think everyone expected them to be there, and they played extremely well. It felt like they just speeded up next gear, next shift, and they play so fast you don't have enough time to actually respond to what they're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, they just kind of have a clear understanding of what they need to do at each time. I will say that Alliance, certainly a disappointing result for them, considering they made it to the last major, aren't going to be making it to the minor this time around. I think that that's going to be really tough for them, but they are still a very talented squad and have a lot of potential. It's just about finding what works for them in each individual patch, and it is a new patch. It's a new patch that just came out a couple weeks ago. Everybody needs some time to figure it out. But it seems like, at least for now, OG have figured it out a little bit quicker. And as I said in the cast, if this team plays like this going into the minor, they're going to win it. And if they go into the major playing like this, they're probably going to get somewhere around top 8 because they just look that good. So I don't know what you think, man, but they look freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see OG playing this well after some bad results after TI, not right after TI, because they were just spending money, and it feels like they're back on track.
Yeah, definitely. And having fun. Having a lot of fun playing Dota, it seems like. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the EU qualifiers we're finishing off today. I do believe there's a little bit more from South America that's going to be finishing up as well a little bit later on. But Lacoste, any final shout-outs or call-outs that you want to give before we finish off today?
Oh, special shout-out to my good friend Gabe,
Hey.
which I casted the last 2 days. It was always a pleasure, my man. Thank you guys for watching, for supporting us, and most importantly, for dropping some memes in Twitch chat.
Always important. Always important what you want to see. Yep, and shout outs, of course, to StarLadder, Imba, all the fine folks there. Other co-caster, Trent, that was on here for a little while as well when we were doing North American games, and then all the other ones that are doing fine work as well. Be sure to support your casters out there. There's a lot of people that are doing work, and I think that like every single day we had, I think, different people doing different games too, and doing different regions. So all the people out there, they're cool. They're cool people, and they're cool players. Everybody's cool. Lacoste, I need to end this segment before I lose my mind.
Yeah, just these are your final words. I'm not gonna ask you. We guys are done. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye.